Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL One Battlefield 4 Winter Cup number 3. And do we have a game for you? Epsilon going up against Leisure here in this semi-final. The winner takes on the winner of Fnatic and Penta in the other match. So definitely going to be worth checking out in just a moment here. What we'll do is cut to our camera and make sure...
What's up?
All
What's
good?
up? Yeah.
All right.
Just gotta fix a couple of quick things and then we can get underway with this game. It's gonna be Leisure up against Epsilon, just like you said. It's gonna be a great game between these two teams. We're gonna find out how they're gonna do as we're gonna drop you right back in the game because it has started.
Absolutely. And OC on your screen here, pushing his way on forward towards where the bomb is, and both teams are just going to try and set up here, and Epsilon love them on this map. Absolutely love them. They completely took apart Fnatic in the second half of this one in the grand final of last week's cup here, so I'm feeling very confident for them. But Leisure are also a team who have been gaining traction themselves as well. I mean, we saw them at the finals at Gamescom. We didn't see a lot of them in the season previously. I don't think I casted any of their games, but they've definitely consistently shown themselves to be in that top amount. I think mostly a German lineup, as Penta were. I think now they have some Polish players in the mix, so a lot of Leisure, yes, German blokes. Let's see what they can do here up against Epsilon as we go towards this grass tunnel, which we've talked about a lot before, especially earlier tonight as well, and how important a strategic location that it is.
A lot of time out of Felix to push up there, and unfortunately got taken down for that. Let's go to the labs, though, for you guys at home who might not be familiar with this teams. On the side of Leisure, we do have a Nosy, Hetty, Felix, Banshee, and Johannes. On the side of Epsilon, you just saw him before. We have Mek, Hunter, Hexus, Jika, and Ahorik. And now I can see why it's so hard to say their names when they don't have the proper letters in there.
Yeah.
But we got through it anyways. We did it.
I'm just going to end up crediting all their kills to Jika. I don't even care. I mean, it looks close enough.
Well, of course, you know, Jayuk, Jorik, Jexus, and Junta. Yeah.
Junta, yeah. That's fine. Sounds very strange to say, but... I mean, look, let's have a look where the bomb is right now. It's in the hands of Leisure, and they have just sort of crept their way up here. So they've sent 3 players now, and Jika has dealt with every single one of them so far. He is holding this position very, very well, and there's yet another kill from him there as well. Felix hits the deck. So far, I mean, Leisure have had very limited success in working their way through this part of the map, and they might consider something else now as Epsilon head towards them and just completely steamroll them, and they will take control of that bomb and push on.
And again, we have to say that Epsilon are going to be the favorites in this match. So just the fact that they've won the last 2 cups alone, and because they're, I'd say, generally the stronger team, and aim-wise and strategy-wise, and hopefully we'll be able to see that happen here yet again, or at least so I don't look like an idiot by saying that they're the favorites. But either way, they're able to pick up the bomb again, able to push it back across 3 against 3. Bomb has been dropped another time, but they have to control the buildings, generally safe in this area for now, but the hardest part of these buildings is coming out of them and actually getting in towards one of these sites, because you know the other team's going to be waiting, especially when they know the bomb has already made its way inside.
All right, Felix now is the man set up in the building to try and deal with this push from Epsilon. It's just these 2 players here for the moment here. So Hunter knows that to cross over that sort of, over the causeway will put him in quite a vulnerable position here. So he's got to be careful now. It's a choke point, and he can be shot from the outside as well. So he's going hunting
that, though. He thought he got the kill, but he actually didn't. And now it's going to allow, or hopefully allow, Horik to pick up the kill, but it might just cost him. Yep, he does get the assist in there. And they have gotten control of these buildings, but you can see the side of Leisure just waiting for them to come through, and the bomb has been dropped, but Banshee picking up 1, Johannes picking up 1, and Felix as well. And that does give him control of the bomb yet again, and get to push it back across the map.
They managed to stop Epsilon through that push there as well. It's a tough part of the map to fight through, if I can actually give you a bit of a look through. So this is where they're trying to push through this causeway, and then into a room full of smoke. Wow, it's very, very hard to see what's going on there. So Leisure now with the momentum. Let's see what they can do with it here as things just swing in their favour for a moment as Johannes gets a lovely shot on towards Jika there from the bridge. And he's looking for more at the moment. A couple spots are coming out from his teammates here. It's going to be a very hard shot to make it range, and he won't connect onto it now. But Leisure, again, they're going to try for this kind of play.
Oh, who's that man, though, behind him? Nope, nope, nope. There you go. That's going to be Hexus, actually. He's right behind the bomb.
Is he going to... I thought he'd go for the knife.
I was hoping for it. But he's going to immediately run across the map. He has no chance of some respawns getting on top of him. He's got everything else behind him, but he's being forced to sit back, just kind of heal up, wait for his teammates to close in on his area to help him out.
He's got to be careful. He did do a lot of damage towards Inosi as well, but he had the higher ground, the better vantage point now. He's going to be forced away. He's going to be taken out there, and the bomb dropped. All players from both teams are down in that direction, but Johannes is the last man on his squad, at least was for the moment now, as Hetty and Banshee spawn in. But they spawn in from, well, a long way away now, and Hetty's just got to hold from this spot.
So, Leisure, they slowed the pace down quite a bit. It's been, what, 4.5 minutes now? Not a single bomb plant just yet. It has been picked up, though, which is very different than what we saw last season. But, let's see. Just update you guys, apparently Fnatic versus Penta is on the first map, and they're in second overtime.
Wow.
So those two teams really going head-to-head. Good to see Penta really stepping up from last week when they lost to him in the semifinals. Hunter plus a shot's a little bit there. It does actually get a kill onto him, but he gets taken down by his teammate Nosy. Still very... I don't even know how to say it. It's not like a pendulum kind of game. It's just kind of just them butting heads this entire time, not really getting anywhere. And there's quite a few kills already happened, and 48 across the board, now 50 between both teams. So it's not like it's been a really slow game. It's just been a game that hasn't made progress in either direction.
It is a more difficult map. It's a big map as well, and there's lots of really long and really wide angles to be covered here. Now, I know he's just doing some fancy footwork on the bridge to try and keep himself in this one. Going to be a smoke in his direction, under the bridge, I think, at least, to obscure the bomb. And Hunter was the man in that corner there, just trying to hold on for the moment. I don't know what the rest of Epsilon are. They're just playing quite defensively right now as well, except for these two players set up here. Jika now knows the bomb is in hand. He's going to try and get another flank on as well. Maybe they can set up for something, another cheeky little retake, but the bomb has actually made its way all the way under through that trench. Felix can actually turn right and go up in towards the car park building and rejoin his team if he wanted to. But he'll probably stay here for now and hope for some backup. It's got to be quick, though. He does not want to be caught on his own.
Well, unfortunately, he still kind of is. He's still waiting for his teammates to get to him, and finally some respawns maybe coming in to help him out. It's going to be a Nosy there to lead the charge in towards this B site. Looks like he's going to get there unscathed and get this bomb down. Epsilon, they're going to be forced into the retake.
He's done very well to get that one done, and yes, he does. Epsilon, where are they? Well, there's one around the corner here as well. Let's see if they can sort of hold on here right now, but no. Good push here from Leisure, and this is definitely going to force the hand from Epsilon. It's going to make them start to think now about maybe their positioning. It hasn't really worked out. One kill really was enough to get Leisure through. Now can Hexes connect this one? Not really. No, it was a Nosy coming towards him. I think he actually messed that one up. He did go down eventually anyway. Banshee now is forced to sort of try and run and sort of stop any defuse attempt, but he's not really close enough to do that. Bomb will be defused by Horek. Right now, Epsilon, as you know, they've got to get rid of these Leisure players before they even think about pushing forward. And Banshee, he's just being an absolute menace right now, popping up from that flower bed, gets his second there. Very, very nice work from him now. Can he follow up? G18 looking for another target here. Johannes, though, doing well. Epsilon are getting crushed right now. The kill feed is filling up with their death. Banshee again, third for this life. Getting around behind Jika. Going to set up for another bomb plant, surely, if they can get it. But it's held by Horek up here inside the car park, and he'll take his time.
Gone a lot of distance, though. I mean, considering it was just like a 2-on-5, luckily for him and his team that he got the bomb so far away from the sites that if he did die, they would have the respawns in time to actually get the bomb, or to prevent the bomb from getting through in towards one of those. So well played by Horek. I mean, you still see, like, just very awkward across the map. You have, like, parts of Epsilon who are stuck on their spawn. You have Leisure practically in the spawn of Epsilon. You have no one really in the backside out of Leisure to defend a push in, towards that direction. But the bomb has been picked up by Felix. Right, not by Felix, but picked up on their side, though. Not sure who actually has it on their team. But the ball's in their court. There's 2 minutes left. All they need is one endcom destruction to actually pick up this win, and unfortunately for him, he will get taken now by Horek.
That's right, Horek now can sweep through and pick that one up, but Epsilon aren't really anywhere near getting plants down towards the north side of the map now. This will be their first real run, and Johannes will be watching from the bridge. So he knows where the bomb is, he knows where Horek is as well, and he should be able to clean him up through the flower beds because he just has an indicator of where he is. They actually kill each other, I think, but Johannes and Banshee there doing the work, but Epsilon have players on that bomb. They're going to keep moving forward. Banshee, he's in a very crucial position right now. He must get kills from this spot. He must stop Epsilon running forward, but it does seem like Horek will be able to gain some ground here. And Leisure will set up and have to defend this one now. They've let him through. He slipped through the gap in their net. You can see Banshing's actually been able to hold well on the bridge. There's another spawn in on the bridge. Leisure have done beautiful work there. Epsilon don't have a lot of plays to be going forward with on this bomb plant. Horek almost goes down, forced to try and heal up behind. Going to be a nade coming in towards him. Can he survive that one? Doesn't even hit him. He has to buy time for Epsilon right now. They need backup.
Well, they've gotten just that, but unfortunately for them, they're just dying as quick as they spawn back in. Though somehow Hunter picks up that big kill. Horek and Hexes both do follow. The bomb is just completely open. Felix, who charged on the corner, looking for the 1v1. He gets it onto Hunter, and that should have been enough to actually get this defuse through. Jika's the last man in the squad, and I think he's sure so just going to wait for some respawns to come through. He gets Make on top of him before he does die, and the respawn comes, or the revive comes back in, but they get wiped out, and that'll be defuse coming through. 50 seconds left to go on the clock, and neither team has gotten an MCOM destruction.
Banshee having a fantastic half right now. 17-4 for the man. Been a huge part of the disruptive force that's been keeping Epsilon from getting successful detonations down. And now they move forward as a unit. Banshee, the man I just mentioned, at the 4 right now. Team seems to be confident to let him off his chain and see if he can do some damage right now, but it's a tough position to fight from there. Great positioning down here. This is really, really hard to get killed from, actually. Very, very good spot. Only a small amount of your view model is even visible, so you can really make things hard for enemies trying to push down this road. Johannes with the bomb. Took the leap off the bridge. Last man in squad, and they get wiped completely. And Epsilon going to make the way back towards maybe a siege.
No time, though.
Wouldn't be bad. No, 15 seconds, you're dead right.
They have to go for A, and even if they do that, I mean, playing the bomb is going to be very difficult when you have the respawns fully coming through with 8 seconds left. I don't think he's going to have time to do just that, but let's see. Last few seconds. Yep, doing that won't be able to get the bomb down. And that's going to be a 0-0 first half. There it is. I had to question myself as he was starting to get that bomb down, but 0-0, not bad for Leisure. Not too bad for Epsilon with the way we've seen them playing so far today, but that's definitely not the score that either of these teams are looking for.
Looking at Leisure, honestly, I don't think they should be satisfied with that. I mean, Banshee had a massive half. They played very, very well. Were very much inside Epsilon's half of the map for most of that half. They should have been kicking themselves, really. They had so many opportunities to get those MCOMs down. A couple little slips here. Epsilon barely keeping them at arm's reach, but doing enough to keep themselves in this one here with a 0-all scoreline at halftime. Again, if I was Leisure, I'd be kicking myself. I think, man, we had a really good group of chances there.
I look at the other way. I look at the fact that even with Banshee going that big, 18-5, they couldn't get an MCOM destruction. So if he doesn't pull off another half like that, will Epsilon just walk over him? That's kind of the mindset I'm kind of in for this. It's you have a man who, if you see a team who has a man who performs at that when Make does it on Epsilon, they stomp 2-0. But unfortunately, they just couldn't do just that. And we're going to find out in the second half if Banshee can still play like that, and if he can, will it be enough for them to get an MCOM to finally take this lead?
It's a fair point. It's a fair point that you make, of course, if you're Leisure, but Epsilon have had great second halves last week. Really, really good. So they were honestly fairly average against Fnatic in the first half on this map. Fnatic actually got an MCOM plant against them, and then Epsilon turned around and got 2 in the second half without really breaking a sweat. And they started on the same side as on this one. So now Epsilon are on the half that they managed to rattle Fnatic on. I don't really think there's that much of a differential between how difficult it is to go from half to half. I just think that Epsilon have shown that they're very, very good at controlling this part of the map here. So they always use this area really, really well. They set up here in the flower beds. They throw smokes here. They hold the enemies back and prevent them from actually being able to do much at all. So I like Epsilon starting on the blue side. I think they are a little bit stronger. At least they showed that against Fnatic. But it's now a matter of execution here against Leisure, a team who, in their own right, has actually managed to best Fnatic in the Go for Battlefield Cup number 88, I think it was. So, they have potential. This team is good, and Epsilon now are up against it. They have to just dig a little bit deeper. You'd have to be tired if you were those guys. Their last 2 games, they've been up against some pretty fearsome opposition.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I'm going to actually look back at who they played so far. The Evolution Gamers and Mutriku. Leisure had to play. Epsilon had a not easy time as well, playing against Virginius, playing against Revo. Revo who put up a good fight for them, but it comes down to this now. This is only the first map of a best of 3. We have Locker coming up second, chosen by Epsilon, and Parasol Storm as our third map if we do need it. And let's see how things go. Epsilon on the blue side, Leisure on the red. Let's see if either of these teams can get an MCOM plant and destruction. We're still actually waiting to hear back about the other game, though, the Fnatic versus Penta, since they were in double overtime, but haven't really gotten much info on them just yet.
We will find out. Big shout out to the Dexterity guys, actually, for joining us here on the server. Hope to see you guys back for the next finals.
On the server?
Well, on the Twitch chat.
Oh, you scared me. I was like, how do they get the server info?
Not likely, not with their ping. Either way, this will be a slower start to the half, I expect. Epsilon, though, again, when they wake up, they tend to have a lot more success when they really decide to jolt themselves into action. But sometimes you need a bit of a scare in the first half to really get them to that point. So, Heady's on the bridge. Has been an important pivot for Leisure in this position. But he will get taken down by Hunter now as he can then move across that bridge himself. Felix trying to duel at long range, but he's got 2 people shooting at him right now. He's going to have to keep his head down for the moment as Johannes is sort of back behind him a bit. And Epsilon already pushing forward. Hex is, well, straight down the guts, really. He's got himself in towards that trench. He might go hang a right here and get a flank on the guys on the hill and take control of it. It's very, very smart here. He's actually expecting someone to be quite close by. He's going to wait, I think, just for the moment. So might be some sort of setup here now as the bomb in Myak's hands is also going to make its way across. Now, do these players go straight across the street or they go through the tunnel? Hexus will try and meet them there. Still lacking a few Epsilon players where they need to be. By Hexus hit. Yeah, I don't know about this. By Hexus going through that tunnel now, he wasn't really there to defend Myak, who had the bomb, so he's given that one over to Leisure fairly easily. And the rest of Epsilon aren't really in position to follow up or really do anything about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was also the hindsight of So there's two things where they weren't there to protect him, to push the bomb into the site, but when he died, they were there to stop Leisure from pushing the bomb across the map as well. So it's kind of a 50-50 thing. It kind of showed, I think, in my opinion, what Epsilon's looking for in this map. Not be super aggressive in the beginning, just play out, get a feel of how Leisure are playing this half, and then kind of work off of that. And Meg just wanted to get a little bit of pressure applied, I guess. But now, Leisure, they have the bomb on their side of the map, but with Meg picking up 2 big kills like that, gets the revenge for his death earlier on. He might be able to finally make the move and push across, but he's gotten stuck. He's got 6 health, and he still somehow gets around the concrete barriers and to pick up another kill.
Ooh, what a
he
beast.
does get the trade. No, Banshee actually picks up the kill on Felix to help him out. Hexus will be here to revive some of these teammates to maybe make this push actually happen.
Yeah, well, he does get 1 revive there. Hexus up on the bridge now. Always probably looking for Hetty or Felix if they're up on this bridge right now. Easy found right now. He does have someone in his sights, but he's not able to really connect or recoil. It's a little bit too much at that range, and Hexus, with frustration, is forced to load a new magazine and have another crack here. But the bomb again moving across. Horek now is going to be up on the grassy area. Can he get the better? No! Johannes picks him up, but Hunter gets a nice little frag grenade on towards Hetty. Super back and forth now. 7 minutes left in the half. It's going to be a close one, Jason. I can feel it in my jimmies.
I feel like this has actually been the story of this game so far. It's been just very, very back and forth, very head-buddy. Just try to see which team can out-pressure the other and out-aim the other. There hasn't really been, too many MCOM plans. We've seen, finally one out of ups in the last half, but that got diffused and that got quickly dispersed of. But in the second, we're already almost 4 minutes in, we're just about there, and we still haven't really seen the bomb get in towards either direction of this map, into the other half of it, the other quadrant. And Felix misses the easy shot, hits the hard one onto Hexus, and now he's right behind the bomb.
Yeah, this is not a good position for Epsilon. They're going to lose the bomb. It's going to be dropped, and they're down to 2 players. Horek without a kill, GQ without a kill. So both of those players not having much success at all here as well, and it's just a telling sign when you see the scoreboard reflect these kind of stats. I mean, yeah, Hunter's doing good, but he really needs the rest of his team to lift now. Between Horek and GQ at 0 kills and 6 deaths after 4 minutes. It's not enough.
Banshee's only at 3 and 2 this time, so not having the same kind of half he did before. But they've gotten the bomb onto a Nosy, who's looking to push it across. He's looking just for a little bit of cover he's going to need. Does have his teammates here. Epsilon have to be very careful. And the bomb has been dropped in. A nice double picked up for Hunter to shut the bomb down. Even gets a 3rd in there as well. And Make will just come around just to get the revive through.
That was pretty beastly play from the young man. Now benching last man in his squad, just forced to cower behind those barriers for the moment. And this is just a huge opening run out for Epsilon. They want to push up. They want to hit that C site here, but they're going to have that one player in the way. Banshee, what can he do? He's got his health pack close by, but he's not able to really heal up too much. He runs out of ammunition as well. Had absolutely nothing left in the tank, as it were. And Hunter's going to be able to roll over the top of him. Did spend a moment in the bus. This is a tough one to hit. The ledge over here makes it pretty easy for players to defend against it. You can see, yeah, using the
height
outside
advantage. And you do have the cover advantage as well. I mean, they have to push into you. You don't have to push into them. So I guess the defender's advantage is a better way to say it. But now 5 minutes through, Helix and Banshee, the last 2 alive. This could be Epsilon's chance to push across. It's a 5-on-2 as they unfortunately are losing men 1 by 1. I don't know, I'm just really confused because you have 5-on-2 and you have Hork still in the grassy knoll area, not really pushing up, being aggressive.
That's why.
Finally, the bomb does get put down over towards A. And this could be the only plant that Epsilon need to win.
It was a fake by Epsilon, actually. They put so much resources towards C in this part of the map, and we actually saw Mayak able to sneak in and get a plant down. For now, he'll take his time. It's unlikely that people are going to fire preemptively at this spot here. He's just going to prone down right in the corner and just try and stay up here. Oh, the law comes in and completely takes out that vantage point, but he's able to quickly jump out and actually end up being unscathed here. So it's a good hold so far from Epsilon. And, well, I mean, the pressure's on right now for Leisure. Hetty goes down. Nomayak is able to pick him up. There's 2 players up here on the grassy area. Felix going to use the tunnel to try and get in. Oh, wow, what was that even? I don't even know what that was.
I think maybe a suicide?
He got wrecked either way. It didn't come up on the kill feed, so I'm not really sure. But that should be an incom detonation here as well. And it's a very slow, very ground-out game, but Epsilon are actually going to get the first score on the board.
So as long as they don't lose your score here, or they get a second MCOM, the game's over. They would pick to the first map, and they'll go on to the second onto Locker shortly after. So honestly, it's a good start here for the side of Epsilon, considering how back and forth this game's really been. That's not done just yet. You still got 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to work with here. Leisure can easily pull off an MCOM if they just get the positioning right. But who is that man pushed up onto the side of Leisure? He's on towards that B site. Just sitting tucked away behind them. It's going to be Jika, actually. And he has a huge opportunity here. If he pulls out this flank perfectly, if he times it right, if he doesn't shoot or jump the gun too early, then they can open up another plant here easily.
Well, he gets the assist there on that shot there. And the thing is, flanking is fine, but when you're seeing AEKs and Ace-23s being used as well, you have to be a little bit close. So, getting a flank is fine, but you have to give away your position as soon as you kill that first person. You can't be cheeky and go for like a recon and shoot people in the back of the head and stuff like that. It's not really convenient. So, Epsilon moving up here. 3 players from Leisure now just to try and hold them back at the moment. And Nosy just behind that pillar trying to stay alive. Grenade over towards that side. Mayak and Hunter, though, just make things very, very hard. It might be a nail in the coffin right now as Banshee just tries to make up for that one here. He's coming forward. He does get a kill on towards Horek now, and Felix is flanking him. Bomb hasn't been planted yet, but Felix is the last man. And in his squad, he manages to just hold on against Jika. Very important little passage of play right now. He needs some cover. He needs to sit back. Going to throw a nade as well, just in case anyone's going to come towards it. But here come Epsilon. Comes straight over those barriers. Heady's behind him, though, as well as Hunter, though. Will get kills, and Mayak making it 2, making it 3, should I say, for Hunter. That's 2 apiece, should I say. Plant goes down. And, well, that was tough. Leisure in a pinch, just falling apart.
Wow. And he got the plant through that, too, even being shot. So here we go. This could be the end of the first map. Epsilon already leading 1-0. Leisure forced to go on the retake. And let's take a look at how they're actually going about this here as well. They're pushing 3 men towards the south, 4 men towards the southeast side, where Meg's already waiting. And this is going to be so deadly. He picks up another kill, but it does fall eventually, but he gets the information to his team. He forces them to waste a lot more time, and he'll have time to respawn back in before they actually get to the site.
A lot of smoke up here, but Banshee actually sees it start to clear. He gets a revive on Felix as well. He can come forward. Where are Epsilon? Where are they defending this site from right now? Banshee just seems to be able to come up and get the defuse, but no, there's Sneaky Jika playing Jack in the Box just behind that little plant. Gets 2 crucial kills to secure this one. He is still alive as well as Nosy that tries to make things happen. He has to go towards Hexes, but Jika, is he still in position? Yes, he is, but Felix is trying to hold it back, and there it is. 2 detonations in the first half in that half for Epsilon. It took a while, but they got it done.
Yeah, they had enough nades as well to hold that back. They were just kind of timing them out perfectly, using them when they needed to. And they, like I said, had that Magika playing the good old Jack in the Box game. Just pop it up whenever he needs to pick up the kills, so well done.
Map 1 for Epsilon here.
They get it.
It was good. This is what I mean. They always
wasn't as clean, I guess, as they hoped, maybe. Considering the first half there was no score. But it's a lead nonetheless. Like it's still a map victory nonetheless.
They always tend to wake up in that second half. And Hunter, 20-5 here. Mike's 14-7, and Hexus, what, 10-5? I mean, you can't lie. The scoreboard doesn't lie, should I say. It's Leisure now. None of their players actually managing to get more than 8 kills. So, tough stuff there. Epsilon waking up, getting those kills in the 1v1 situations, and just putting so much pressure on Leisure, as they're trying to defend here. And that's kind of what I was expecting to see from maybe a little bit earlier on, to be honest. So. Maybe it's just a half advantage. Maybe Epsilon just feels so much more confident attacking from that side, from the blue side, or maybe it's something else. Not sure, but what I am sure of is that our next map is going to be Operation Locker.
That's a map we haven't really seen, actually. At least last week we didn't see it a single time. I'm not sure about the first week either.
We did see it once in the first week. It's not popular as it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's a giant bottleneck. I think that's what...
series of bottlenecks, man.
It's just, I think that's one thing that people or that teams don't really like too much about it. It's just that fact that it's just so frustrating to actually make any, momentum to actually get any control of the map because of all these bottlenecks you have to deal with. And I don't know. I mean, it's also it's not a very big map either, which means like if you plant over towards A of either side, or then they can easily grab the bomb, run it across and plant on you before you back to defend. It's a really interesting and tough map to play.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Bottlenecks, I mean, the way I guess that these bottlenecks can be circumvented, and they often are, is by using the multiple levels that are on this map. So obviously there's a second level here in the middle of the map, and a lot of teams will actually use that. So I can actually go down there for you and demonstrate if you're not familiar with this map. Here is the underneath part as well.
I never want to get in a car with you when you're driving.
I would never drive in Europe. The road's wrong direction, wrong side of the road scares me.
Wait, what side of the road do you drive on in Australia?
Oh, on the left.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, same as the British.
See? I told you, you're British. You're technically British.
Because we drive on the same road, isn't
yeah.
it? What?
In America, we don't.
Okay, brilliant.
So you're more British than I am, then.
Brilliant. You're German. Take that.
I actually kind of am.
Really?
There
you go. Didn't know you had jam in your family.
Really? My nose doesn't give it away? So here we go. Looks like Epsilon going to be on the red side here. Leisure on the blue. Epsilon currently leading 1-0 on Operation Lockwood. This is the map that they're choosing. Looks like they're all out in the cold, but we're expecting plenty of them to rush in towards the inner side to get that early control. Maybe send 1 or 2 on the outside to, look at that, the map perfectly set up, to hold them back.
All right, let's see what they could do here. Obviously, yes, as you said, spawning on the outside and sending no one to the outside of the map.
I was expecting them to, just to have that control of that area.
Yeah, it's often the done thing. But maybe Epsilon just want to get this massive advantage early over the, maybe take control of the middle of the map. I'm not really sure. So it is just an OC hoping someone would come out and meet him here, but it's not to be now, as a lot of fighting is actually happening in the upper levels here. Banshing goes down, and that's Hunter doing work. Felix on the underside. Hetty looks to try and get the revive. He does. He goes very, very low in the process here. And Epsilon really going to be scrapping this one out here now. Johannes on towards Horek now, nading towards Jexus. He has to get around the corner. Someone's in the watchtower in the middle as well, so good control there for Johannes, as he can just fire on people. It is vulnerable, but it definitely has its upside as a vantage point now. He can see the bomb. He can see both entrances.
He can see everything.
And he can see the bullet hit him in the face as well, as my
just can't see why the reason why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You wouldn't get that. You're not American.
Yeah, sorry, bro.
Someone in chat will, hopefully. But either way, that's going to be Epsilon pick up 2. Now 3 big kills. Now 4th as well. Hexus and May coming up pretty big there. Felix, last man alive, who's just trying to hold him out of this choke point.
God.
And he picks up 2 kills. Switch the pistol. He can't get the third, but his teammates there to help out. And he will quickly be shut down. And see Hexus picking up another 2. And this is going to be the momentum. This is the train that's going to come barreling down as Epsilon's going to get another plant here on. If Banshee the only man alive, there's nothing he can do to stop it.
Man, Epsilon. That was a Craigasm moment for me right there. Felix almost had 3. If he had 3, I mean, if he had 4, I just would have gone absolutely nuts. But still, he did a good job. He waylaid Epsilon, but unfortunately the reinforcements all just fell apart here. Leisure have to lick their wounds. They don't have time to really sit back on this one. They have to attack this bomb site. But Hunter, Hexus, Mayak, any name from Epsilon is always going to be a guy dealing death. And, well, you can see that Leisure just got absolutely crushed there. Great push from them as well. They saw their advantage, they took it, and that should be an MCOM detonation now if Epsilon could just hold on. Horek, always the dependable player here. I can't see him throwing things away. He will actually get that shot on towards an OC there as well. Well, it doesn't help when you're killing your teammates as well, as honestly, Leisure have wiped themselves. I didn't even go to the toilet first, so there you go. Don't know, average.
That's a dirty joke. Anyways. What was that laugh?
Sorry, my bad. My fake laugh.
That's your fake laugh?
Yeah, yeah. My real laugh is even worse. You don't want to hear that one. Anyway, Hunter now just behind that little barrier actually, and look again. Epsilon setting up in these forward positions here. Hunter just wants to do what he can to mess things up here. So is Mayak. Mayak is still back, looking for the player that came across him through the smoke. Will he go for a revive on a teammate? I think he might just let them spawn towards their own spawn. He's actually managed to keep 2 players at bay here just purely by being there. So it's very, very good position for him there. Horek goes down though. That's not ideal as Jika has the bomb. Took it out of the middle building. He's going to go up towards the stairs here as well. So he has the option to head outside. And he also has a good amount of cover over that middle of the map. He's almost expecting a player to be there. Oh, that could be an OC if he'd moved up a bit quicker, but you can see players going to be going from now. Johannes wants to contest this staircase, but there are 2 Epsilon players here. More than the one. And you can be very, very careful about it. Wisely so, I might add.
I wonder if he's going to be able to pull this off. He's in such a good position, but he relies on a lot of information from his teammates to tell him when to push and when to sit back, and looks like he will start to finally go for this push here, but he's got to be very careful. Spots it out, actually gives away his position completely, so now they know exactly where he is, and that should be relatively easy for him to hold on to that. But fortunately, Hedda and Felix are now the last 2 alive, and Epsilon have all the time to work with to actually get this bomb back across, get that second MCOM.
Ooh. Nice from Felix there. There was a long shot for him to make, but he gets one back towards him. I guess that's calmer now. So Epsilon going to be pushing through this little choke point here as well. They're on the underside, so they have a few routes of approach here. And Hetty's just going to be hoping that they, well, come through here, really. He's looking for the bomb. He's not really focusing on any of those Epsilon players. He just wants the 1v1 here. He knows he's going to be able to force them back. Look at this. Jika, so canny. Playing so carefully. He doesn't want to push through this one.
Yeah, he's dropping to the lower side instead, which is where Hedda isn't. So that should be an easy push through for him. Nexus does get a TK, but look at that. The bomb already under them. Hedda and Johannes not looking comfortable at all on this map. The entire team isn't, and he's going straight towards C. And look at this juke.
I mean, even though Mayak now can just take this player out, I mean, Johannes is left now at the metal detectors. He's going to fight. He's going to try at least, but he's going down. Bomb at C, but now the back spawn's coming in, of course, and Jika should have been expecting this now, so he'll try and find a decent little vantage point now. This one ain't bad at all. He's going to be able to see Banshee come straight through and just take him down. Squad wipe comes in, and this is just bad news for Leisure overall.
Well, they have one more chance. They have the time for at least one more push through. Johannes has to put his Nikes on, though, and run across this map. Or Nikes. Depends on how you want to call them.
Nikes, isn't it?
I say Nike, but other people say Nike if they're Swedish. But let's see. Felix pushing straight through. The bomb actually is right behind him. He has a smoke to actually help protect this one, so they could potentially pull this off. He's going to push straight through, but unfortunately, it's going to be burned by the flames, and the bomb is being defused, but Meg here off to the side. They actually pull the defuse off, and Epsilon not going to close this one out just yet.
Great A observing from me. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, but the bomb is diffused and it's being scurried away now. Felix knows he just has to hold on to this one, wait for his team to spawn back in on him, but he is also the last man in his squad as well. He's in hot pursuit. These Epsilon players coming in towards him, but he's holding him off nicely. Very good. Respawn comes in. Johannes is there to assist him, and now they can stabilize. Now they can just, for a moment, take a breath and start to run this bomb across from the outside as well, which is a tricky way to do it, especially with the corridors that they have to fight their way through, and Epsilon is setting up to defend that.
Temperature doesn't help either.
It is cold, yeah. It'd be hard to run properly with all that.
Feels like it's in Cologne right now with how cold it is outside.
I actually have to wear a jacket now for once. It's actually cold. I'm going to die this week.
You got to cover those pythons. All right, Hexus here. Doesn't know exactly where the bomb is. He's actually going to push out. I'm not sure why he did that, but it doesn't matter. They pick up the kills. Are charging straight through, and somehow they clean up the 3 people there. They get the revives in as well. They get control of the bomb another time. And Epsilon, you just, sorry, if you're Legion, you cannot let something like that happen. You have the advantage. He pushed straight into you, and yet they're able to clean you out. They
got smashed there, but what can be done now here by Johannes? A nice little work from Enosi as well. They're combining, they're keeping Epsilon back, forcing them back down this trail here. You can see, it's almost a full-scale retreat from them right now. The bomb has to get back. Hunter just sees his mate Horek get completely wrecked, and he is almost the last man in his squad. It's not often you see Epsilon so close to being squad wiped, but here we are. Bomb in the hands now of Leisure again. They picked it up. They continue their push forward. Back and forth now. Great hold from Mayak, but what more can he do from this position? Well, he's going to have a crack at it anyway. Not bothering to spot that play. Oh, he got him. That's a long-range kill towards Johannes. But now the bomb has entered the the prison area, I guess we call it. Felix trying to plant. Interrupts that one. Tries to get a kill. Does do it, but GK going to respond on towards him now. And OC is on that site. Going to get a revive, so there'll be 2 players for Leisure right deep within enemy territory here. And surely they'll attempt another plant.
Well, they tried, but unfortunately the bomb hasn't dropped again. Absolutely able to get the men there in time. Hard going to be coming around through the cells. Look at this. Catches out Banshee, and a great shot of him. And now they still have that man advantage. Do they actually have the bomb? They do. But it's in Jika's hands, who unfortunately does just drop them. And are not able to do much more after that because unfortunately they just can't get that bomb and grab it and smoothly get across this map.
Time ticking down now. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this one. Epsilon would love to seal things up for this half. Get to MCOM detonations. Give themselves, I guess, a margin of error in that second half, although I guess they wouldn't want to be having to rely on that kind of thing. But Mayak now running the bomb as fast as he can. There is one player flanking him on the lower level. Johannes is just underneath now, so he knows the bomb is above him approximately. He's keeping his eyes on his heads-up display. And he's going to be heading... Really? Oh, you got to shoot it to open it, right. There you go. TIL. As Johannes now on the top level. He knows the bomb is close by, and he can see that Mayak is playing it slow. Real slow right now. There are players coming up from behind, but Jika takes down Hetty. He manages to pick him up there. The law shot coming in as well at such close range. Could be so deadly, but Leisure is getting crushed right now. Banshee has to try and get involved in this one. He's the man with the law. He's trying to throw a nade. He got the assist as Enosi picks up Mayak, and Felix is trying to work himself up from the lower levels as well. But Hexus will be there. He does see the Mayak's gone down, but Hunter getting a quick double. That's definitely going to help out a lot. He will be revived and regarded as a war hero right now as the Hexus is going to be turned away. The frag grenade of Hunter, though, will take down Enosi. Only 2 players left for Leisure right now. Time ticking down. The bomb is also on the ground, and Mayak is holding like an absolute Spartan right now. The frag grenade towards Hetty does its job, and that's the wipe. Even for only a second, Felix has a long walk, a walk of shame, as it were, to make on his own to try and do something about this, but I don't think there's any time.
No, especially with that depth as well. So that will be Epsilon taking the 2-0 lead at the end of the first half. And now 1M come away from getting to the grand finals for a 3rd time to play against the winner of Fnatic and Penta, which I don't think we have a result on just yet. But either way, it's going to be, honestly, it's in the workings of a fantastic final yet again.
Leisure showed so much more promise on that first map tonight. Maybe almost like what we saw from Revo as well. They had that one map where they were just so strong, and then maybe map pool issues are present there for Leisure as well, because, I mean, Locker isn't played commonly enough, but when it gets played, you have to be firing on it. And Mayak, well, you don't fire much more than this bloke, 23-4, and Hunter at 19-5 as well. This is the impact of the changes that we've seen in Epsilon now. Hunter comes in, frags up a storm, Mayak now free to just completely roam across the map and just fight people happily. This is the result you get. This team is looking so scary right now.
Yeah, I think they definitely are. I think they're probably the team to beat, even over Fnatic, funny enough, in this season. Fnatic have just been kind of a big letdown. They haven't really practiced too much in their downtime. But Epsilon, I mean, have been, honestly, doing very well. I mean, they have a team of big fraggers, but I want to see how they do against a team, a Fnatic who's practiced and a Fnatic who's, ready to go. Like, that usually doesn't show up until we get to the time of, like, the group stages or even the finals, the offline finals. For them, assuming they do make it through. But honestly, credit to Epsilon, they've been doing phenomenal. And let's see if they can make it through yet again.
Well, there's still some work to be done here, of course. And, as I said, Epsilon probably wanted to secure that second MCOM detonation in that first half. They got it done. So now all they need to do is sneak one more on. And that, obviously there's an obvious difference between one MCOM detonation and two. But what really it does is start to heap pressure onto the shoulders of Leisure right now as well, because they're thinking it's in your head. They're on the precipice of losing this one. They're on a knife edge right now. They can't afford to make any big mistakes, otherwise it's just game over. It
does change the way you play it as well. Like, you're not going to be as aggressive because you realize, well, if we make one mistake, if we push up too far and they kill us, then we lost the game. But then again, it's kind of free in the fact that you realize what we're pretty much one income away, we might as well just try to go all out and maybe catch them off guard, where Epsilon will expect them to play more of a standard kind of role. But we'll see. 20 seconds to go on the countdown. And Leisure have it all to do here to get themselves into that third map.
All of Leisure opting to spawn towards the outside here. Yeah, interesting enough there. Like, will Epsilon send someone outside? Will they just try and contest over this main area? I don't really think it made too much of a difference, really, whether they actually put a player out there or not last time. It seemed to sort of all be apples and oranges, but again, they're opting not to do that. They're very much focusing on this area of the map. So strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen, for a couple minutes of back and forth frag fest as these two teams try and establish control over the center of the map.
All right, so
Obst is fruit in German.
Yeah, no. I was just double checking.
Okay.
I actually remember. I knew it started with a no. I remembered it right as I typed. But either way, Leisure losing out on 2 men already. Epsilon still with 5 left. Like, this is not looking good for Leisure. Again, it just takes one MCOM to close this things out, or close this game out. And Felix able to finally respawn. Felix actually the last man alive. He does pick up a second kill, but where's the bomb and where's it going? Charging straight into him as Jika does pick up that kill. And look at this. The A is wide open for the taking. Epsilon have all 5 men alive.
I mean, Epsilon were down to 2 men, I think, at the end of that one. Revived them all up. They're ready to go yet again. Able to, keep coming in waves and apply so much pressure now. Jika will get a plant here, surely enough. I think he'll... Oh, what a great shot towards Johannes as he crosses past. And that's a very, very quick plant here. Or was it? It was a plant, right. Waiting for the klaxoning of the alarm in my head. Klaxoning. That's actually a word. It's bloody brilliant. I'm glad I thought of that one. God, I surprise myself sometimes. Phoenix last man standing, though. They've just been completely run over. And this is what I meant about that one mistake. What? But Leisure are on the bomb. I don't think Epsilon actually have any idea. This could be taken out from under them.
Oh, it almost was, but Hex is able to respawn, though. Getting the big kill into that man defusing. And now it leaves it up to just a few men left. Johannes will fall. So Johannes will actually pick up 2 kills as Jika gets the kill into a nosy. Hete and Johannes the last 2 alive against the 3 men of Epsilon. And Jika in the perfect position gets the kill. Who's on the bomb? It's Hete. But will Jika check it? He does! And now there's no one left alive on the side of Leisure. And Epsilon... Oh no, there's Banshee! He's there! And no one's cleaning him off this just yet. He's always halfway through.
He's going to get this done. Surely even a damage going towards him. Can he hold on? Oh, he does. He manages to hold on as my headset almost falls off my head. But it's got to be a replant here. And it was a full squad wipe that time for Leisure. People are spawning in for Epsilon. And the pressure is just going to continue to mount up. They have control of this area. I mean, Leisure got lucky, but they're going to have to do a little bit more work to get themselves out of this critical danger.
It was the back spawns that actually caught Epsilon off guard. That's why they're pushed up so far. Didn't expect anyone on Leisure to be on top of the bomb. But now only 2 people alive. Felix and Banshee up against the 4 of Epsilon. They don't have a lot of time left to work with, and not to mention Epsilon already set up perfectly to defend against this. Mate comes up big with the kill, but Felix, the last man alive. Respawn's coming through. He does fall. And I think that's Epsilon getting and clinching their spot into the finals.
There's nothing that can be done right now for Leisure. They are too far away from this bomb site. They are too low. And look at that. Jika is all doing so much work. So is Horek as well. Just completely tears Hetty to pieces. And I'll tell you what, the gauntlet has come off the hand of Epsilon in this second half, and they have laid it across the face of Leisure. They're leaving the game before it's over. You'd have to be upset about that one, but Epsilon have secured their grand final berth for the 3rd week running.
Yes, they have. Congratulations to them for doing it. It was not easy, but they made it look like it.
Well,
actually, funny enough.
In that second half,
yeah.
they did.
I mean, the first half, I want to say the first half of Dawnbreaker, it looked terrible. They looked like a terrible team. It's like if they came back with a 2-0, and then they come out with a 3-0 here on Operation Locker. Map that hasn't played that often. I think you mentioned it before. And now they're going up against the winner of Fnatic and Penta. Still don't actually have a score on that one just yet.
Absolutely, Jason. So as you said, we're going to be back after the break. Hopefully another one that won't be too long. And our grand final is almost upon us. It's time to crown our victor of Cup number 3. Will it be Epsilon? Or are we going up against the winner of Fnatic and, of course, Penta after the break? Don't go anywhere. Some more Battlefield action coming up.